starter decks for Lorcana into the Inklands. So we're gonna kind of look at these, open them up, and let everybody take a look and see what you think. Again, I am a huge Lorcana fan. So again, these are the new starter decks. The cards in each of these varieties will be the same, but we'll kind of go through that in a second. So we're gonna do one of each, and I'll use the other copy as the first one that I open. Again, these are built so you can play the game right out of the box. They're not the highest end of strategies, but they're built so you can play and be fairly level and play fairly against other starter decks. These aren't going to play well against a lot of other decks. So this is the actual starter deck that you get. Each starter deck does come with a booster pack, and we'll open that up. It'll come with some rules. This used to be a fold out. Now it's a nice little booklet. It goes through the rules of the game. It will come with a small version of a playmat, so you know where your cards may go. And then, again, the object of the game is to get to 20 lore. So they've given you a variety of little paper punch out damage counters, and then something to help track your lore. It's good for the first time you play the game. If you're playing on a regular basis, you'll probably find some dice to do damage counting with, which is something they've included in the trove. And for the lore count, some people will still use that. There is a part of the app that will let you do that as well. And then there is also the ability to just use a 20-sided dice, which is pretty common in gaming. So a lot of people that I play with will actually use those. And this just gives you a chance to track it a little easier than having to break that out. Most people are using either the Lorcana or other playmats. Some of the playmat designs, if you look on Etsy and some other sites, you'll actually see those have the 1 to 20 there to count. You still mark it with something. So here's our other starter deck. Again, comes with a pack, same accessories, same instruction booklet that will kind of walk you through, and then that same temporary playmat. All right, so the first one we're going to look at is, let's take a look at what is the Ruby Sapphire deck. And again, this is a 60 card deck. All the cards are listed on the side. So you can see every card that's going to be in here is literally listed right here for you to see. We'll just pop them open. What I do with these is I like keeping one because I like knowing what they think the strategy should be to play. And then I will sleeve these, and I take these with me when I go to leagues and other events, because if there's a new player, A, I've got a deck that they can borrow, or B, I can play against their starter deck with one of mine, so it's a more level match. What I love with these is, okay, we got them mixed up. No, we didn't. They did. So this is actually the Emerald Amber starter deck. So it has these cards in it. We should have known that right away, because it does include the 2 foil cards that the art is on the box from. It will include the Pongo in foil, and then the Peter Pan in foil. And then they will just list out various cards. What I like about this, and it's kind of rare, is they have all 5 versions of the puppy cards. So there's an A, B, C, D, and E. I have opened 160 packs. I have pulled lots of A. I have pulled lots of B, a couple C. I have not pulled a single D or E from a pack, um, which is really rather odd. But we know we've got them here. So I'm actually glad that I bought two starter decks because I will be building a full set. One thing you'll notice in a starter deck is very often they will have multiple copies of a card. So in this case, we've got three Kitas to one cost, two strength, two defense, quest for one. It's a good, easy card to get out. Again, nothing fancy. And you'll notice there's a mix of common, rare, uncommon. The foil is a super rare for Pongo. And so this just gives you a variety of cards that you can go through and play. You notice they give you the one cost Pluto and then the rare, which is a Floodborn that you can shift onto it. So you can learn about that tactic. Just cards with a very basic level of the functionality within a deck. Things that quest. It includes some of the locations, which is a good thing. It'll get everybody used to doing and playing with those. Again, same thing on the Emerald side. Multiple copies of some of the cards, cards that play in combo to each other. This is a card from set one. So this is not all just set three. They have mixed in some cards, like they mix in the Jasper card, which is an interesting and fun card from deck one. Cost three, has two strength, four defense, quest for one, but it has an ability whenever this character quests, you can choose an opposing character and they cannot quest during their next turn. It's called puppy napping. We've got the new Jetsam. We just saw the Flotsam. We got some Kick Cloud Riders. This is a great card. You get one of them, the rare Robin Hood. This card is a 6-cost inkable, 4 strength, 5 defense, quest for 4. Then you also get the Starkey, 7-cost inkable, 6 strength, 6 defense, quest for 3. So again, this deck is built to give you some options. Here's a card from set 2, Hypnotize, set 2, Improvise. So a variety of cards from set 1, 2, and 3, and a variety of location cards for you as well. Again, I can open this one. It will have the exact same 60 cards. We're not going to worry about that. I'm going to put these, well, we'll leave those two there. We'll open up the Emerald Sapphire, or excuse me, Sapphire Ruby. And again, first thing it's going to do is it's going to have the two cards from the top of the box in the foil. So you've got the Moana foil and then a Scrooge McDuck foil. Again, love the foil cards. We'll move that up a bit so you can see it. And then the rest of it is, again, just a mix of cards from set 1, 2, and 3, different common, uncommon, rare, different abilities. Again, just built around kind of basic gameplay and learning how to play the game. Ruby with the evasive cards. You've got a Simba rare. Again, this is similar to the set 2 Amethyst Pinocchio. Cost 2, it's a non-inkable. Only 1 strength and 1 defense, but it quests for 3. So it's a good card to get you out of the gate. From set 1, Dragonfire included. This is, if you're playing Ruby, this is one of your fundamental removal cards. I really like Voyage in set 3 with the location. It is a 1-cost inkable action card that lets you move up to 2 characters of yours to the same location for free. So a lot of locations, let's see if we've got one here, locations will have a cost to move something to. So in this case, it's a 1-cost location. This means you can move 2 cards to there for free, let you get some cards out and in locations early. Then we've got, again, from set 2, Cogsworth. We've got the new Dewey. We've got from set 2, Duke Weaselton. Flintheart from set 3, uncommon. Flounder from set 1. Again, a 1, 2 strength, 2 defense, 1, but a good card to get out early, see some action from. You've got the set 3 Grammatala. You've got rare in Gyro as well as rare Huey. There's Louis. So you have all 3 of the triplets. Maid Miriam, Scrooge McDuck. You've got a couple copies of that. And again, a couple location cards and a couple item cards. So these are really basic decks. Again, they're great for learning how to play. I'm going to pop open these and then we'll open up the actual packs that come with these so you can see what cards we get. Now, these packs are really random. With the first chapter, I opened, I think, 6 total starter decks, 2 for myself of each, and then a couple for a friend that just wanted the starter decks. Opened up the packs, and on a live stream in one of the pin groups that I'm a member of, I did a live stream opening of a couple different things and introducing the product. And we actually pulled a enchanted card, which are normally about 1 in every 96. So again, a pack, all the same accessories that came with everything. We're not going to open that pack up. I'm going to move these 2 over to where they belong with this set. Get this out of our way. Get these out of our way. And so I've opened a number of boxes already, 6. I've opened a trove. I've opened a gift set. So about 156 packs in total, which is a lot of cards. It's like 1,800 cards. I pulled 2 enchanteds, and I think I've got like 20 legendaries. So a good mix of cards. Again, the funny thing is I have yet to pull the 4D or 4E puppy card, which I think is just incredibly unusual because it is a common card. But again, because it's in the starter deck, there's our deck. There's our pack. Again, same accessories that come with everything else. I try to keep 1 or 2 of those because they're good for new players to be able to see. They may not have a D20 dice. So we've got 4 packs. We'll go ahead and open those up for you. When I open a pack, I sort them by the rarity and by color because that's how I then sort and do inventory, and then we'll use cards as I'm building new decks. So if you're new to Lorcana, each pack will come with 6 common cards. So we've got a Peter Pan, a location card in DeVille Manor, an action card in Bestow a Gift, another location card in McDuck Manor, a character card in Razul, and then one of our Dalmatian puppies. Let's see, it's the first D that I've pulled from a pack. So maybe they did that intentionally. I don't know. So you get 1 of each color, and then in each pack you will get 3 random uncommon cards. So these can be any of the 6 colors. Chernobog's Followers is our first in Amethyst, then Little John in Steel, and then Hey Hey is our last uncommon in Ruby. Then you have 2 slots, which can be rare, super rare, or legendary cards. And again, they can be any mix of the colors. First card we've got is the Lamp. And then we've got a rare location of Maui's Place of Exile. And then in each pack, you will get a foil card. It'll either be a regular foil like this, and they make 1 of these of every card. So there, for each regular common, uncommon, rare, and legendary, there's a foil copy. The other version of a foil is an enchanted card, so you will occasionally find an enchanted card in that slot. All right, I've got the table a little bit moved over. All right, so our next pack again is going to follow that same methodology. A common in each color, a mix of actions, characters, locations, and items. Then we'll have our 3 uncommon cards. We got Maui, the soaring demigod. We got the Queen. And then we've got a location, the Bayou. Then we have 2 rare, super rare, or legendary slots. Our first is a blue rare card, Huey. And then we have a ruby super rare emblem at the bottom there, Madame Medusa. And then we have a common foil card, Cubby. And then in each pack this time around, in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, or Chapter 1 and Floodborn, there was a puzzle piece. Because they introduced a new card type, they decided to put an introduction to locations, how you play locations, how they gain lore, and then they added a new rule as well, which is moving damage. Some of the cards in here will allow you to move damage from one card to another, and that is both from your cards as well as your opponent's cards. So they included the instruction cards so you can learn the rules of the game. All right, pack number 3 again. We're going to get 6 commons, Lena, McDuck Manor again, Minnie Mouse, Agaba, and then Dawn. Then we're going to get our uncommons. We've got a Friar Tuck, a Mama, and then Queen of Hearts. And then our rare card slot. We first have a rare action on your feet. Then we have an Amber super rare, which is Piglet, which is a great little cute card. I really like this card. It only costs 2 to play, 2 attack, 2 defense, quest for 1, but it has a very good ability. When you have 2 or more other characters in play, this character gets +2 lore. So if you have 2 other characters in play, he now quests for 3. Nice functionality. And boom, we pull a legendary, and not just a legendary, we pull a legendary foil Mickey Mouse. So you get the gold emblem indicating that it is a legendary, and it is in the foil. Now, the first thing I do with anything that I pull as a legendary is I put it in a sleeve to keep it nice and safe. And then I put it into a top loader so it doesn't get any damage. In an average box of 24 packs, you will get, on average, somewhere between 3 and 5 legendaries. You may or may not get a legendary foil. They're a little bit rare, but they're nice to have. And in this case, we're only opening 4 packs. So to get a legendary is uncommon, but it is also nice, especially to get a foil, because I do not have the foil of that one, and I am going to be building a full set of all the foil cards, so that is nice, one that I won't have to trade for. 6 uncommons again, Bestow a Gift, McDuck Manor, Razul, Jim Hawkins, Jetsam, and Orville. And then we have our 3 uncommons. We've got Clarabelle's Song card. We've got one of the Titans, Hydros. And then we've got a Kit Cloud Kicker. And then we have our rare card slots. First one is a Minnie Mouse. And then we have another rare, which is another copy of Maui's Place of Exile. And then a common foil, Heal What Has Been Hurt. So those are just the regular cards that you would get out of a pack. Now you can use these to help modify your starter decks if you want to do that, or build other decks. Sometimes, depending on if you're playing in a starter deck event, they'll let you mix and match any of these cards into your deck. there you go. Just a real quick little live of what is in a starter deck, the two new starter decks, along with opening up the packs that came with those. Thank you and have